Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris Danish bin Marnudin and I am from DIA 6A. Today, my group will explain about the Goods and Sales Tax or GST and Sales the Service Tax or SST. As we know, government in Malaysia get their money from the tax that we paid from somewhere. As usual, government already has established a situation where they increase the price of goods in imposed on the whole community. It is because the government desire for economic stability in the country and the situation. This situation will call as Goods and Service Tax or GST. Now, I will explain about GST. First of all, what is GST? GST is the pronoun that stands for Goods and Service Tax that government put on any goods and service that conduct and sold in Malaysia. GST was effective on 1 April 2015 where the Prime Minister at that time, Datuk Seri Najib Razak announced that he want to implement this GST because to make stability on economic. GST function is to modernize taxation system and improve business efficiency. The rate of GST at that year was 6% and 0%, and zero rating was provided for exported goods, international service and books, while another 6% was implemented for another goods in Malaysia. So, the last one, what is SST? SST, or we call it as Sales and Service Tax, was effective on 1 September 2018. Sales and Service Tax was replaced the GST that implemented in 2015. This is because the government want to balance the tax that they put on the goods and service along the Malaysia. The current tax that individu in Malaysia was get is 6%.
Hi, my name is Yasmin Shamini and I will talk about the differences between GST and SST tax system in Malaysia. So, I will go with the GST first. GST was introduced in 2015 under the Barisan Nasional. The introduction of GST is part of the government tax reform program and it was said to be more efficient, transparent, effective and business-friendly tax system compared to SST. Additionally, GST is capable of generating a more stable sources of revenue to the nation because it is less susceptible to economic fluctuation. As evidence, the government is expected to be able to collect tax revenue of 23.2 billion per year. The 6% GST is imposed on goods and services that typically apply at every stage of production and distribution chain. So let me move on with the SST tax system. Sales and Services Tax, which is SST, was officially reintroduced on 1 September 2018 under the Royal Malaysian Customs Department. SST is a narrow tax-based consumption tax system that focuses at a single stage rather than each stage of the supply chains. Unlike GST, the government can only collect tax revenue of 16 billions to 18 billions per year. For the sales tax, government only collects tax at the manufacturer level and the other element of sales tax will be embedded in the price paid by customer. The proposed sales tax rate is 5% and 10%. Meanwhile, for the services tax is imposed on the certain services such as hotel, insurance and takaful as well as food and beverage. The rate is set at 6%. Unfortunately, effective from 1 March 2024, the rates of services tax at 2018 is increased to 8% excluding a few services. Overall, the SST is more of a direct taxation and can be treated as an added cost to the business.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will present task 2, question 3, which is discuss the benefits and drawbacks from the above statement and come up with evidence to support your arguments. So today, we will discuss and explore the difference between Goods and Service Tax (GST) and Sales and Service Tax (SST). So first, the benefits of GST is increased revenue. GST boosts annual tax revenue to 44 billion Malaysian ringgit, providing a significant financial injection for the country. Second, broader tax base. By applying to a wider range of goods and services, GST aims for more equitable taxation. Next is the drawbacks of GST. The first is inflationary pressure. The immediate impact of GST was a surge in prices, straining the cost of living. Second, public unpopularity. Despite increased revenue, GST remained unpopular due to perceived negative effects on affordability and living standards. Now, let's move to SST. So, the benefits of SST is first, reduce inflationary pressure. SST's narrower tax base is expected to alleviate inflationary pressures compared to GST. Second, simplified implementation. SST may be perceived as simpler to administer and understand, reducing compliance costs for businesses. Next is the drawbacks of SST. The first is lower revenue projection. SST projected collection is lower at 23 billion Malaysian ringgit annually, impacting government revenue and expenditure. Second, potential inequity. SST's narrow scope may result in tax disparities, creating inequities in tax system. So, in conclusion, both GST and SST offer advantages and drawbacks. The decision to reintroduce GST or stick with SST should consider revenue implications, inflationary pressures, and public sentiment. It's crucial for the government to educate the public on the rationale behind the chosen tax system to avoid confusion and potential inflation.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Syarikusairi. So which system should be practiced in Malaysia? Based on our opinion, the system that should be practiced in Malaysia is Good and Service Tax, which is GST. It is because GST is more effective, efficient, and business-friendly to be competitive in global market. GST is more comprehensive coverage by cover wide variety of things. For example, electronic, household item, clothing, food and beverage, and also service such as entertainment and others. GST also can give benefit by input tax credit, which mean by offset the tax paid on input against the tax collected on output. However, if SST is applied, some of the business need to be paid multiple tax and can cause increased cost of doing business and also known as cascading tax. Cascading tax is when tax has been applied at the same product at many times for each stage of its production and distribution and lead to increased overall tax. So in this case, the customer will feel burdened to pay cost of accumulated tax from all stages. Plus, GST also gives positive impact when it's provided with a fair price to customer. The consumer only need to pay tax only when they have add value of at each stage to make it more fair, while SST the consumer need to pay the whole price that will make the consumer suffer to pay the tax. So as the conclusion, I can say that GST is more effective to be practiced in Malaysia because it gives more benefit to consumer while helping the company to grow. I think that's all from us. I hope you enjoy the rest of the